Hello, everybody. Good morning. It's Sunday.
Hola.
We're going to be doing more of our hashtag Makers Art is Patriotic business. He's been very busy with her postcards, so like there's a lot to do with all that.
We have them out?
Well, I have all these that I think I'm going to be doing that on Monday. But anyway, hello, everybody. This is P over here.
M over there.
Patricia.
Mariah.
And together
We are PM Artist Studio.
Please do say hello in the chat so we can say hello back. Otherwise, we do not know that you are here. We like to know that you were here because we are an arty friendly bunch of folks. And if you don't say hello there, then I cannot say hello back to you. If you're watching a replay, we love you just the same. We really, really do. Let us know down below in the comments. Leave a lengthy one. It helps. Well, I'm wrinkly. Anyway. Bunchy.
Bunchy?
That was bunchy.
I hate bunchy.
Let's see. Okay, so hellos we're gonna get to here in just a second. Thumbsy upsies. If you haven't done that, please and thank you. This is the prime time to do it because we're just getting started, and it lets other folks know, hey, something's going on over here. Might be something you're into. Also, please share if you would. Thank you to those of you that have been sharing. I do see it for the most part. I mean, I don't get shown everything. So, if I don't say thank you for sharing or whatever, it's not because I, don't appreciate it. It's probably I just didn't see that you had shared it. But I do want to acknowledge you and appreciate you for that because it makes a huge difference. All right, let's say hello to everybody. We got Acme, Apome, that's April, Art Junkie, that's Shannon, Art Curious by M&W, that is Miriam. Becky's here, Betsy, Bobby, Brad's in the chat. Watch out, y'all. Christy Hartman is here. Oh, somebody just popped in. Bartender's daughter. Hey, Jerry. Let's see. Okay. Cookie Wookie, that's Mo. Cynthia, Darcy, Dana, Diane, Eddie, Elizabeth, Estella, Gerald. That's Gerald, Jerry. Gerald.
With a J? Or a G?
Yes. We've got a lot of Geralds and Jerrys and, yeah, of all different, G's and J's. Got them covered. Gray like gray. Joanne, Carrie, a little this and that. That's Jennifer. Lydia's here. Margie, Marsha, Markle. Marsha got my earrings on. And Izzy goes, ooh, I like those earrings, Mommy. I did add a little extra crystal dangle, just a little extra bling bling, Never have enough. My feeling. It is not shared by all PM Artist Studio people. She thinks there's sometimes enough bling.
I think so.
Painting again, that is Sandy. Paula's here. She's the queen of the nerd, along with the king, Eddie.
Not to be confused with the PM queen.
That's right. We got people in charge of different things.
Yes, absolutely. One must delegate if all things are to be accomplished.
Right, but in this empire here, we all get along for the most part.
Yeah, we do.
Robin's here. Serenity. Hello, Steph, Tegan, and Zenjen. If I missed it, wasn't on purpose. Simply give me some extra pinky. Hello, hands like Jackie did. Hello, Jackie. And I will get you helloed. Queen it, she says.
Queen it, yes.
And queen
One
it
can never have too many queens.
Well, I don't know if that
as long as they're not in the same kitchen.
Yeah. Not sharing the same stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
That other queen's across the pond.
Do you want? She really is across the pond. She's in the Netherlands. That's the queen she's speaking of.
Do I want what?
Do you want?
I don't want that yet.
You don't want to show this yet? This?
Oh yeah, I do. I do. But here, let me move this because it'll get caught up in all of the. I'm working on my strings. I don't know if y'all are aware of strings.
Strings, y'all. I'm going topside.
Yeah.
Do.
Okay, I just think this is so wonderful. I just want this.
I know. I was thinking that
this is what I want.
Maybe I should do a bonus sheet of it all.
Just as a masterboard thing. Because
it does look really cool all together. And I think it really expresses, everybody's involvement in this. And just, it warms my my little heart. It just, I enjoy, like, now I spent my entire weekend basically doing this, y'all. Yes. But I want you to know that I very much enjoyed it. It's not like I'm being, oh, I'm being like, hey, I spent my entire weekend doing this. I was happy.
Cool. Okay, okay.
So it is, and Mo has put the link into chat there. You can download this for free. This is volume 1. People even already said, well, where are my other? I'm like, they're not even done. Like, I haven't photo, like, they're not like in the format. And so there were some questions regarding, hey, you know, what is, like, you know, how do I get involved? Because that keeps kind of coming up. You know, this is, those of you that have already been involved kind of know what's going on. But there are some folks that don't. So I have, if you go over to Makers, that's the Makers of Mixed Media Art, our Facebook group, there is a post that is pinned with more of the information so you guys know what to do to be maybe involved in volume 2. Because we're doing this all month long. Who knows? It may even last longer. Who knows? So that's how to get all that information. Like I said, it's over there in Makers. If you aren't in Makers and you want this information, just reach out to me. I will get you all of the information that you are, you know, in need of to participate, whether you are on the Facebooks or not. 100%. That's that bit. Also just wanted to give you a heads up that Becky did post she's kind of reaching out to y'all just to see how things are going and ask you some questions. So if you are in Makers and you are right there in that featured area, now, you know, I post our link to our stream because it helps people get over here. But then if you go a little further into the featured, Becky has asked some information there. Hello, Pam. That's the ginger cat lady. Ann Lars here. Hello, Ann. Ann, are you just over the moon about how this turned out? I am. Just want you to be as thrilled with it because Ann was a big part of getting this all launched and people participating on ours, Ann's, and Eddie's. I put a QR code. That will go, like, that one goes to our playlist that is, you know, that is dedicated to this whole project. On Ann's, I took it over to her videos, and then on Eddie's, I just took it to his channel. Because I don't think that he has done a video with his postcards yet, but I did want to, you know, he's one of our designers, one of our peoples, and I knew he had a channel. I don't think anybody else that has submitted in there has a channel. If I missed that, just let me know. I will, you know, rectify that in volume 2.
There you go.
I think that's about all there. Right? Let me know, y'all. Questions, thoughts, feelings. Yeah.
And this is by Ann Lar.
Yes.
I love it.
Now, some of these she did on her during her streams, and then some I think were done after. But, you know, I think, you know, she kind of queued it up for you. And this is a free download, y'all. Free download. Sandy can't. Aw, Sandy. Well, let me know, Sandy, if you want these, email me.
And Eddie, why is
he wanted to know
green?
She wanted to know about the green, Eddie.
I mean, I
told her
don't have any problems with it. I absolutely love it. I think it would have been a better color anyway. green grass of home.
Maybe. That was the color he had out. Mm-hmm. I'm waiting for him to answer. All right, go.
Now, did I
push yours down a little bit?
What?
Yeah, down a little bit. There we go. Now you're a little more in frame. There we go.
Do I have these?
Oh, okay. So, that being said, Anne turned me on to a new product, and so I had to order it, and you know, then I felt real bad about that because I had to go through the dreaded folks, because otherwise it was, you know, just not gonna happen. This is just the world we live in. But yes, look, see, I have. Okay, so you have this.
Okay, so this one, top left is by Eddie, top right is by Diane, and the bottom is by Robin.
Oh, the red, black, and green is the African American flag.
Oh.
Well done, Eddie. I don't know why I didn't know that, but now I do. And now y'all do too. And Bobby, yes, your stars are in there. Now, I didn't pump up the blue in it because I assumed that, you know, when you photograph things, especially shiny things.
Shiny things, yeah.
Shiny things are the...
I dug out. Okay, I'll get to that one.
Yeah.
Because I think I may use the stars.
Okay. Because there's some here that are kind of just ready for background. You could kind of, they're a little bit more blank canvas, as you will.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Hi, Ninian. Did I say that? Hello, Sonia.
Okay, these are all by Robin.
I tried to kind of keep them, like, if you guys submitted more than one, sort of kept them in order there. Some I had to, you know, kind of separate a little bit by a page. Like,
really love this painty background here. Nice edges on this one too.
And well done, y'all, on submitting the files and everything. I had to go and clip out some things, but overall, like, wasn't...
I love it. The birds are having a conversation.
Kind of reminds me of the two old Muppet dudes, you know, up in the, you know. Are you hearing me?
I'm reading.
Okay. Hi, Rhonda. Hey, Elizabeth. Did I say hello to Linda, Star Traveler? Got some posts. Hey, Cynthia. I feel like I've missed some other people, but some of y'all maybe get double helloed. Yeah, I am very, like y'all have made me proud. I was proud to put this together, and I'm just looking.
This cracked me up because I showed you my paper.
Uh-huh.
And I just love this. I think this is... And
I kept that one within the border because I thought maybe if you wanted to tear it out, you could make it look almost exactly as it was intended versus, like, the hard edge. Mm-hmm.
Nice painting job in the background there. Nice.
I was pretty proud of that. Being able, like, because I wasn't sure, again, with shiny objects, you just don't know, especially once you print them onto paper, how that's going to translate.
Yes, it's always a big iffy.
If it's going to really go flat and you're like, okay, well. Hi, Lindsay.
There it is. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and cut that one out. And see, this one down here is a good one to work on also.
Yeah, there's lots of opportunity for backgrounds, or, you know, just
and that's
a little adding a little extra something here or there. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, I could do this background, but gosh, isn't it nice to just have it already done? I thank you so much for your this consideration here.
Yeah.
It certainly speeds up the process.
And I did print these out last night, so they should be nice and dry. So hopefully if she does add any stuff to it, there won't be a ton of bleed.
Yeah, I hope.
Because that does happen with the inkjet.
Here are the artists.
Yeah, and then I just wanted to make sure that I had kind of a credit list. It felt a little bit bad. I'm sure that there are, like, images and things within things that y'all used. Hopefully the universe will forgive us for not fully accrediting people or, photographs or this, that, the other. I did my very best. Hopefully people will understand within the spirit that this was all put together.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Hi, Charmaine.
All right, so I really, I'm working on my string thing here.
Uh-huh.
And I also have in my, I found my stencil.
Okay, and here's all that goes with your...
Yes, and see, this is what.
And then Anne was the one who, here, show this just real quick. We did print out some of this. P's gonna maybe play around with it. I don't know. She's like, oh my god, you know me and like clear objects and stickers, so like that may be for tomorrow. She'll get it to the point where, you know, if we don't really know exactly what we're gonna do, but it's an option. But this was the premium printable vinyl sticker paper that Anne showed over on her channel when she made one of her cards. Very cool stuff.
Yeah, and the other thing that it says fast ink absorption.
And it really did.
And maintains vibrant colors, quick drying, non-waterproof.
All right.
So that means it reacts with water.
Correct. But supposedly it does give you some kind of hints on if you want to make it more waterproof, adding like some sealant or also UV stuff. Yeah.
Okay. So basically, this right here, did this come from...
That's their artwork.
That's their artwork.
Yeah.
But I can use that.
Until they tell us not to. And again, I would assume that, you know, like, I don't know why they would be mad if we were using it in this way. We are not making any money off of it. We are purely promoting them.
Yeah.
Hopefully they would understand that.
Now here's the shiny paper. I'm gonna hand that back to Mariah so it doesn't get inadvertently splashed upon. We like to vertently splash.
Vertently. When you're gonna do something, do it vertently.
Absolutely. Okay, so I'm just going ahead with getting the
Now that one will transfer because that is a laser print. If you
well, what we might do here, since it's not going to be, you know, it's not going to ruin it one way or another, is to go ahead and use. And is Sonia here today?
Oh, yes, definitely, Becky. I mean, that's kind of our hopes, is that you will download this, print it out, put it on a postcard thing, write to your representatives or whomever you wish to send some patriotic, you know, if you want to protest something, or maybe you just want to tell them they're doing a dang good job. Can be used that way, too, because I think, you know, just as much as we want to complain at people, it is also important to tell the people that are doing a good job that they're doing a good job.
Absolutely.
So.
And I probably, you know, I don't know. See, I really like that. Who'll stand with us? Okay, I'm going to cut this out like this. And if I'd been on the ball here, I could have had Mariah make some of these on.
I almost did, but then I was like,
some of that paper, and I'm just like, okay.
Oh, you need to do a little flip through on this, because now they can see what was done with these, because they haven't.
Oh, true.
They haven't been glued down, because that's kind of my job.
But they've been altered.
They have been, like, actually assembled to this point.
Assembled to that point, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Do I want to do that right now?
No. Maybe at the end we'll do a full review of everything and say, okay, and then tomorrow I'm going to be hopefully gluing these down to, I might even do some of it tonight if I can get to it. But we're also, you know, running into the time of the month where we are starting to collect designs and things for next month. It's very, you know. You know, you can stack that and tear it apart too, so you can fit it onto the card. I think she might be listening to me.
I'm going to need a date on that anyway. Wants to know that. They can look it up.
Yeah, that was more for me, just, you know, accrediting the people.
Now, I just, you know, I don't know that it needs a whole lot more.
Yeah, and then do you want the black stencil butter? Or what are you going to do there? Or just...
Well, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to attempt to get a transfer first. Because
okay.
I don't think that's going to hurt anything. I don't know that I'm going to use this, but I really like it. It just needs...
That's great, Robin.
Okay, I'm putting this aside for a sec because this is like, that's my string art.
That's her string art. She's going to string us
This
along.
one. And so I don't know. I really wish they'd had our flower. I think it's better than the one they've got there. That was kinda... And I did clean up a lot of stencils the other day. Stencils. Gel plates.
Oh yeah, and if y'all have song like you know, I could put another set of songs together. That was really a good one, Tegan. If y'all want to email me any song lists, that would be very helpful. Because then I can kind of copy and paste it and find the information, because I got to go and find the lyrics, and then I do the typesetting and all that.
This was sent by our art fairy, Sonia. I have it underneath here with my, I put my feet on it sometimes. The box with the, because I don't have a place for it right now. But I got these out today because I really wanted to stay with that whole kind of dead flower thing. And then the symbolism of the dead flower.
Hi, Carla.
And I don't know whether to include that or not. But I don't have to decide that right now. I can just so this is what I'm going to do here.
Oh, I like that idea too, Elizabeth. Y'all please email me these ideas or message me on Facebook, because again, like, well, coming back and I will totally forget, and I don't, and me writing it down, then I still have to type it all in. It's helpful.
Well, this is a really interesting little
hoop-de-doo.
Hoop-de-doo here.
But I love that. Yes.
Use my famous.
Oh, that thing is crazy. Oh, look at that. She's using the thing. Her letter opener.
I didn't poop. That was the paint. Now we have a big old.
Yeah. That's plenty.
Yeah.
Keep it on your stabby thing.
But I got to open up the white too.
Oh, well, I don't know what to tell you.
I'm putting that right there.
Yes, Ricky. There will be as many volumes as we need to make.
And I'm trying to get a nice.
Thank you, Bradley. He gifted 20 memberships to y'all. Now, what that means, because I know some folks will be asking and trying to figure out, what to do about all that, is, so this basically gives you a membership for a month for free. You will be emailed or notified through YouTube somehow whenever you log in or whatever if you want to re-up it. If not, no biggie, no worries. But now, if you guys go out and come back in, you will be able to play around with the emojis, and then you get your name lit up in green, and then, yay!
Okay, well, that's probably way more than I need out there, but we can just spray her off. I really didn't have a lot of control over what was on the inside there.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, sticky plate. Did you see how it grabbed my...
Yeah, see the going on there? Yeah.
See, this is a win-win because I wanted something on my
Oh, that's a fabulous recommendation, Robin. Thank you. Sorry, I am just there's been allergy stuff all about this place. If you go to your public library, most likely they will have a laser or a printer that you can print off the postcards. So that might be an option, Sandy.
All right. Well, I don't think I got it's there. Can you see it?
Yes.
So we're going to let that dry. I
Well
don't know
done.
if this is going to be like super fantastic or whatever, but
supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Yeah, I don't know
Pickles.
that. But
those are the only two
look at how
pumpernickel and pig.
I think that this is really a nice patina for the card.
Yes.
And,
Patina. She's a girl I knew one time.
Get my.
Yeah, she got a good transfer with light colors, which is I don't think y'all understand that. That's a little extra tricky.
It isn't anything I've done or didn't do. It's just one of those, sugar biscuit house things that happens.
Sugar biscuit house.
Okay, so here we are.
I don't know that song. I mean, I kind of know the song, but I don't know.
What?
The 2 all beef patties.
Now, what do you think here? Do you think I should? Do you think I shoulda, woulda,
coulda?
That's just cutting it really close.
You need to stack it, lady. I'm. If you want me to put it together for you, I will. If that's your hesitation.
Oh, I'll just angle it.
Okay. I just want y'all to know this is one of her approved angling moments.
Yeah.
At a diagonal.
Approved diagonals.
I think you need to get your flower in place first. Hello, Mary Thomas.
You know what? I'm not. I thought that too, but then I am thinking.
Oh, if it
I'm going to do it on tissue paper.
I think that's a fabulous idea.
Well, I'm not actually going to do it on tissue paper. I'm going to do it on the. What was my choice?
Usagami.
Usagami.
Hey, by the way, we did the whole little printer trick. I put the Usagami, taped it to a regular piece of paper.
Now, did you bring it back? What? My Usagami paper.
I only took one sheet, I think.
Oh.
I think. If not, then I don't know what I did. Been doing things.
But is it up here or not? Am I going to look for it?
Yeah, you should look for it. I'm pretty sure I only pulled out one sheet, but I don't know that for like a super fact. Like,
Just really want to.
I don't know, knock it all down.
Mashi.
You could just switch it up and grab whatever one is there.
Well, let's try a little Swedish tracing paper just for chickles and grins.
There we go. That was sent to us by Sophia.
We didn't really, we haven't really tested this out, so.
Not full on, no. We've done little things with it.
Yeah.
Good job, Pam.
I guess that doesn't matter.
Oh, hey, Lexi. Is Lizzie Jean here, too? I'm going to be reaching out to a couple folks, just FYI. And Lexi, you're one of them. Lizzie Jean. And then...
Well, this is quite the stash of paper here.
More than you bargained for.
Well, if you're doing one rose, you might as well do 2 or 3. There's no sense in just, because you never know.
That's right.
Alrighty, Mariah, you want to hook me up with the black goo?
The black goo. This thing is heavy. Okay.
And in the box with the Nick Pro paints, the iridescent acrylic paints, and this one happens to be iridescent white. That was one of the ones that I used there.
Ninian, right now she's using the Swedish tracing paper. I don't really know if there's like a particular brand or if that's what it's called.
Yeah. Okay. So I like these because they've got an edge to hold down to.
Yes, and this rose stencil is from the Halloween Volume 3 ATCs by Paula. There's a link in chat.
Alrighty.
Ooh, well done.
Yeah.
Here, you want me to hold on to that?
Please. Okay, now the first thing I'm doing in order to see if I want to go ahead and go on with this, to see if I had any leakage from the back. And there's a little bit, but I think it's going to be minimal. And then we will go ahead and do some rub-offs just to clean off the stencil. Mariah?
Man,
okay.
You are like, she's a pro.
We're getting a little bit of seepage there. But I think I can get one more. This particular set of Halloween stencils, I would recommend getting just simply because
they're very fun. It's not just for Halloween.
No. There's some really cool ones in there, and there's some non-traditional Halloween type stuff like this rose here, and it's a bit more goth and
if you're into that
Halloween, yeah, I'm into that.
Victorian kind of gothy business.
And I meant to tongue oil my handle here before I got started, but of course, I don't know, something else came up and that didn't materialize. So. Okay, you can see we got a little bit of squishiness, but boy, some great loft there.
Yeah.
And I love this, it's like patent leather.
Yeah,
it's called
shiny.
Black Tie. And it's a really,
Rhonda turned us on to that.
Yeah. With the spider.
Yes, with the spider down beside her.
Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and do some rubbing off here and some moving about. I really didn't need to.
Oh, hi, Irma. Sorry. Ricky Nordmeyer just downloaded the postcards, and they are amazing in person, she says. Thank you. Thank you to everybody.
They really are.
It's just so cool to see them all together. I think that, in the collection is very cool and powerful.
I'm getting a lot of mileage out of this. Can you see that? And the stencil butter stuff is not cheap.
No, but it lasts forever.
And you get, I mean, come on, bang for your buck here. All right, well, a little bit of smooshy there. But now I've got 3 roses to work with there. we're not finished yet.
But wait, there's more.
Wait, there's more. Now.
That was funny. Let's see. Yeah, I know. Me too, Zinjin. Because there's a couple different things going on, so it's just like... After this dries, you can add paint, marker, accent lines on top like she did on the spider. Are you understanding that?
Mm-hmm. No, I don't know that I want to do that, but yes, it's certainly a possibility.
She's letting the folks at home know. Yes. Oh, thank you, Sherry. And hi, Sherry. So we have opened our community tab on YouTube. I'm very new to it, so I wish I could tell you, you know, like what's the kind of best practices and exactly how to do it, because I don't know. But it is, I did open it up. I turned it on.
What is it?
Nobody has posted to it yet. I have posted to the community thing, trying to, you know. But if y'all aren't on Facebook and you are participating in the postcard thing and you still want to post it, I would love for that to be the place that you do it if you want to. Hello, Joanne. Yes, there's a lot of mileage out of that stencil butter. 100%. And it really is best to like clean it up like this because it makes it a lot easier to kind of get it off of your stencil. And you're not wasting so much. This is pretty cool. It kind of looks like a rosy bush, thorny bush. Somebody's gonna be the first, Rhonda. Somebody.
What did she say?
She's like, I saw it, but I didn't want to be the first. So everybody's just kind of been waiting to see if somebody else is gonna post.
Okay.
Oh, and Cynthia. Okay, I don't know if Cynthia is a little further back or not. She wanted to know about the... Yeah, she wanted to know about the paint that is a gray color. Yeah, I don't know if she's talking about that earlier one, but then P did show it again, so hopefully she'll get the info. Okay. Mo's got her taken care of. Awesome. Thank you. Oh.
Well, if anything, those will be good for... Okay, so now I'm back to... But I want you to see on the back side, you really need to address that.
Rosie should meet Rosie Bush. Or, yeah. You know, Rosie Lace should meet Rosie Bush.
Oh.
Mix those together. Mm-hmm. Never just... Ooh, that's good stuff. That's good stuff.
All right.
Are you about done with
I'm about done.
There's 10 minutes of just...
This is going to be interesting in the future.
Yeah. Hey, don't you worry. Those will come back around, y'all.
Absolutely. You may be getting some of those in your packets. Now, with everything, I don't know. You know, I see people do stuff, and I don't know. I think maybe they cut that part out and come back in, and
I think some people do clean up their hands,
remove it. I don't know how people do it without getting it all over them, and yeah. Anyway, there we go. Okay, so we're gonna let that sit a while. Give this back to you, Mariah.
Okay.
Keeper of the
the butters.
The butters. And we've got to do something here with this paint because I refuse to lose it.
Refuse to lose.
Refuse to do that. I just put those over there with my strings.
Ooh, awesome. And hello, Diane.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you, Mo, this thing has come in really handy. For more than one. I had to poke holes in a thing for Izzy. Worked great.
It's good hole poker.
Good hole poker, you know, to get him started.
Yeah.
And then, all right, let's see what we have up here. Oh, how about this?
Look at this wonderful work.
And, yeah, I'm not sure why this side is.
I don't know. I think you're just on you're still on the kick of like you're doing two-sided pages.
Maybe so, but look at this. Isn't this marvelous?
Yes. Hello, Sophia.
I mean, that's very nice.
That's very nice.
Very nice.
Very nice, very nice. And actually, let me take this little opportunity to say, hey, y'all. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. If you would let us know in the chat, we would love to say hello back. That's how we know that you were here. If you haven't given your thumbsy upsies quite yet, we would really love it if you would do it right meow. If you're still unsure, that's fine. Hang out a bit longer. If you're new to the channel, subscribe and do all that YouTubey business that one does. If you're feeling real like, woo, I love this, and you want to share it with a friend, you can do that down below too. There's a little hoop-de-doo arrow, and you hit that, and then you copy that link, and then you send it off to a friend.
And I'm just using Rosie because she was on the queue here.
And seems right with
I did not want to use the other two because I used those quite extensively yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And Rosie just seems to be a good...
Hello, Carrie. This is our Carey, Carrie.
Okay, so we're going to dig
Margie, did you just sneak in there too? Hello, Margie.
Dig out this paint here.
Where's Margie been here?
Little hoop-de-doo thing.
I think Margie might have
There's a lot more paint there than you thought.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. This may be a...
We know that's right, Paula. I don't know what it says about all of us that we get so much entertainment out of Rosie.
Okay.
Hello, Karen.
Well, I'm not going to.
You're not going to obsess about it?
Obsess.
I think you did. You
Did I do good?
You did good.
All right.
Did I say hello to Karen? Hello, Karen.
Okay, this has an interesting odor.
Oh, it does. I can smell it.
Is it wafting?
Mm-hmm. It's kind of plasticky. Like,
yeah,
it's plasticky. Y'all know that smell. You understand?
That's a good one. All right, let's see if we have a nice, have that ready to go.
Oh, you're welcome, Sherry. That was Brad. He's our little. He's the gifter of the memberships. I was trying to think of something clever there, but hello, Peggy.
Don't be shy. Chime in if you have some, really clever little.
And more thumbsy upsies, y'all. More thumbsy upsies, please and thank you.
Okay, well that's.
No, it's not a terrible smell. It's just plasticky.
It is. It's just. And, you know, I don't know that we got a whole lot there, but,
I was going to say that, Becky, but then it was like, I don't know, that just doesn't seem right. If you knew Brad, fairy does not describe him. Yeah.
Well, that's a kind of nice blue there that I might be able to use for collaging.
Oh, Christy Hartman says, hey, Mariah. Not too long ago, somebody asked about jacquard paints. She can't remember who inquired about it, but she has been using them on her recent videos. If y'all don't know about Christy Hartman, I don't know where you've been.
Now look at that.
But you should be subscribed to her.
Yes, and jacquard is what I used to use when I was doing
yeah,
batiking.
They like fabric stuff is kind of where we knew them from.
Yes.
Is what we're trying to say to y'all. But we have not experienced their paints, but if you want to experience it via Christy Hartman, that's how you do it. We have the jacquard, like the sparkle business. I don't know what it's called. You know what I'm saying? Kind of the magical sparkle, you know.
Okay, well, we're not getting much else off of there.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Although I really like this piece a lot, and we could just go ahead and see here if we can get this brayered out.
Hello, Benny.
Nice consistency, and put this down. I'm thinking that this
Lexi said she's not a fan of black, white, and gray, but something about Rosie makes it work for her. See, it's kind of because it's gothy.
Yeah, and this particular gray, it has a bit of a pink.
I was about to say, kind of purpley pinky.
Purpley pinky. I mean, it's a good one.
And Eddie says, yeah, Lexi, see, Rosie will do that. Mm-hmm.
She's a good old girl.
She's a good old girl. We've been loving on her for a little while now. Since the beginning of July.
Now, see, this is, and I'm hoping that what I'm doing here is going to kind of maybe tamp back some of the colors here and make this a little more neutral, but maybe in the process also give it a bit of unity as it has the same color repeated all over. I don't know if that's going to happen. Oh my God, look at that. I cannot.
Is that, like, that was a series, wasn't it? The Magicians? Is that still out? Is that something? I don't know. I don't watch television anymore. Like, or even, like, I don't Netflix.
What do you?
I consume YouTube pretty much 24/7 as far as.
What are you talking about?
The Magicians. You remember that show? It was pretty good. And I think there was at least maybe 1 or 2 seasons of it. I don't know if it's still on but the little fairies in that show were quite evil little things. They weren't nice ones.
I think maybe I watched some of that with Brad.
Probably, because he was really into it. I liked it pretty well.
You know, it's one of those things that...
I think it was about the time I had a baby.
I can't really remember that. But now, look at that. It just...
Ooh.
Everything just has a bit of a patina to it now.
Yeah.
And this may not be the end, the last layer, but certainly an interesting layer. Maybe put Rosie over the top of that. Okay. Good deal. Now.
That was funny, Carla.
I'm just going to leave that on there.
You want me to read out what Carla said?
Sure.
This is, she has some old black craft smart paint in the basement, and it smells so bad. It helps with her hunger. Just thinking about it makes her,
oh. Hey, you know. Whatever it takes.
Yeah. Hello, Devin.
Okay. Now, hot drop kick Murphy. All right. Let's bring back
Jennifer. You so get me. I love that.
Nice little I don't want to. Mariah, I'm going to hand you these because they're not completely.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, it's not going to take them that long to dry, but probably
yeah, the nice
longer.
thing to keep in mind about the stencil butter is what she's talking about. You know, she did the roses and the stencil butter. Depending on how thickly it is applied, obviously you will want it to dry. But it does, like the outer coat, like it'll have a shell if it is dry. But if you start like pushing on it and messing with it, you'll be very sad about that.
Yeah, you will, because it will mush up on you.
Yes.
Okay, so here are the strings that I worked on the other day. It took forever to dry. It was cotton. The string is cotton. Oh, I'm pretty sure it's cotton.
We're going to go with it's cotton.
We're going to go with cotton.
Might be a blend. Who knows?
Yeah. Okay. So initially I wanted to put my flag onto this thing. But then when I saw this, I don't know. It might be too busy.
Well, the other thing you could do with the star deal is just put kind of a glaze over it.
Glaze over it?
That would be cool.
That would be cool.
Because you could punch up the color a little bit and then knock back the stars, the contrast of the outline of the stars. Also, Sonia is asking, how are the new Lucas Krill and Solier paints? She loves them.
Yes. I have them right here.
She's been playing with them.
Yes.
She was so cute. I had to go, so the box I left at the bottom of the stairs, and I said, hey, you've got a package here. And then by the time I came back, she just looked so pleased with herself too. Like she's swatching things out.
Oh,
and just all
yeah.
And
I swatched them all out. And I highly recommend doing this because there's two reasons. Number one, you get the true color of the paint. That's important because the one that they have on there is usually not it, even golden.
Well, the nice thing is you can see through the packaging on the Lucas Krill, but again, that alters. You can just see even there. It kind of dulls out what it really, versus seeing it through the packaging. But you know,
yeah, and even these, the packet ones.
I told her
see that
she's gonna probably squeeze those into some of those bottles once she has a little more room somewhere.
And these are taped. All these little things are taped on because I ran out of the circles that Mariah had made for me.
She doesn't know where I keep them.
And
I
had these and I needed to use these.
Yeah, and I hide them because Izzy, if she finds them, because they're stickers, you know.
She thinks it's. But this is a wonderful color, this coral. But it's very opaque. The sand is wonderful. It's has a little bit more yellow in it than the beige. And then this is a semi-transparent green, pretty froggy, but I did use some of it. And really it leans towards that right there when you brayer it. And here is the cad orange. And here is a fern. Now I have fern in some other things too, but it's Lucas Krill also. Fern is great. You can never have too much. I'm really down to almost nothing there. Robin's egg blue, which is very much like Arctic, except it has a little bit more blue.
If you had some more blue.
A little more blue. But anyway, those are and indigo. And I did use this indigo in the packets that I made yesterday. But I have this little container, which I think it's working really great. I just don't know. I have it on a stool right now beside me, just in case I want to use any of these.
Like a little spider that sat down beside her.
But now, the other thing here that we can do, now that we know what these two do, is just go over this with this, and then add some kind of sentiment or other collage. Element there. My other, what did I do with my little losing my.
You losing your? What are you losing? Your voice?
My little things here.
She lost her voice.
I need to have something to keep them together. There we go. Okay.
Sherry, I love that you have those goals for us. I don't think you understand. Like,
what?
That is number one. Like, that would totally be up my alley. But trying to keep this one over here, like, on par with that.
What are we talking about?
Creating a swatch book for you, and then, like, that way it's best just to have them on the paint.
Swatch book. Mm-hmm. Oh, with all the paints?
Yeah, keeping, like, records and cataloging. And
oh, yeah.
Those are goals.
Yeah, absolutely. And
if somebody did it for her, she would absolutely be on board. Yeah. She would use it.
Okay. So I'm looking at these stars, and I'm liking those stars a lot, but I'm thinking I need some of those stars a little bit in the background here.
Yes. I like it.
Now, what do you think about the stars? Do you think that they need to be silver?
I think they need to be gold.
Oh, gold.
Because silver is going to get kind of, unless you want that subtlety. That's something. But if you want them a little more punchy, I think you go with gold.
Okie dokie.
Or you just do like, I don't know if you want to do like the color shift and just dab it on.
That's kind of what I'm leaning towards.
Then maybe just do blue.
I don't know. The blue color shift is the one that I like. Okay. See, I could just do that. Look at that. That's kind of like Midnight Stars.
I think so. I like it.
All right. I'm liking it too. And it's okay to have two of these.
Oh, now before you do that, graphite colored stars.
And I do have that. The reason I'm leaning towards this is because I think this is going to be incredibly subtle. Because I am going to dab it on with spongy thing. So
yeah, and that's kind of what this Carla in a way is, like an iridescent white, but it's like the pearl and it's a blue shift, which is nice because that'll help pump up. That's why I was suggesting the blue, because it's already sort of there.
See?
But I think that was a good recommendation too, Devin.
All right. I'm going to take my flag away because I don't want blue stars on my flag. And I'm thinking I just want the blue stars to go across the top here. Because that way I can angle my flag, or maybe I can diagonal like this and have my strings unraveling here.
Oh, Sherry, and we would have you over, girl. She said that if she lived closer, she would come and do that for us. I think we would have a good time too, although she might be completely horrified and overwhelmed by the amount of organization that is required in this situation.
Maybe
y'all don't see everything.
Take some pics and send them to her and have her give us a,
like, yeah, you still up for that?
An estimate.
You still feeling lovey towards us?
It's just a little overwhelming. I think we should,
This is really like, when they do those shows and they like just take everything out of the room. Really, we're getting to that point where it's. Oh, Bobby did all her stars by hand. That's why they were a little wonky. That's okay.
I love the wonky stars.
Wonky stars are good. And if you want a stencil that's wonky stars, we've got Warped Stars by Becky. So if you don't want them exact, but you still want a stencil, we got that. That was very subtle.
Okay.
That's a little more whispery than you wanted it to be. Yeah. Speak up, girl.
a little bit more retiring than I was anticipating. Okay.
Maybe the carbon micaceous situation may not be.
Well, what I'm just thinking here is just having a go with some purple.
Okay, like labradorite, blue flash. See, that's kind of what I was saying, but she ain't hearing me. Carla is also on Blue Felt. Yep, that's the one. Oh, that was exactly what I was looking at. I was eyeing
I know,
it.
but see, it really doesn't go with the blue of my string or my thing there. I
don't know that. Why don't you do a little swatchy thing and see? Because it's different once you have it like down there.
There's a red, white, and blue string.
Look at that. Representing all of it.
Like ketchup.
All right, Tegan. Thanks for hanging. I have questions about that, but see, she's leaving, so I'll ask you later. The problem is she doesn't. Sherry's willing to send you away on a cruise or something, and then we can organize and do things. But the problem is that, see, she doesn't go anywhere, and if she does go anywhere, she wants me to go with her.
Yeah.
That's been another issue that we have run into, because don't you worry, my brother is also like plotting these sort of things where we can, you know, send her away and do stuff, but she knows. And a trip to Costco just isn't quite long enough to get anything squared away.
Maybe the Costco in another state.
Right.
Yeah, I do. They're a bit on the greeny side.
They are, kind of. Maybe you should just skip that and maybe go more pinky red.
But then that's going to clash with my tomato.
Okay, then the answer's gold. We've looped back around to gold or the graphite.
Okay. And let me tell you what, I got me some gold here, folks. Now this is... I've got two different golds here. One of them's for Loosey Goosey, and the other
Darcy, one. Here's part of the thing.
Okay, heavy body. That's the one I want.
Half of this stuff, she's a lot like Izzy. If she hasn't seen it in a while, she doesn't remember that she has it. Now, every once in a while, there will be something. Every once in a while.
I knew where my gold...
Darcy's advocating for somebody to be here to say, hey, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Oh, yeah, that's exactly, because y'all know Sister Susie? Okay, she's
that's
like
Shannon's
Mariah.
mother.
Shannon's mother.
Uh-huh.
She offered to do that also.
Uh-huh.
And I said, well, just give me an example of what you're thinking about. And she said, well, what we'll do is we'll get a box. We'll get two boxes. One box is to keep box and one box is to go away.
Hey.
And I said, you know what? There's no sense in even doing that. It's not even worth your time or mine, because I can already tell you that the to keep box will be full and the other one will be empty.
Hey.
So why are we even doing this?
Sherry she says she's not necessarily a remover of items. She likes to just organize it. See, I'm a remover of items if possible. Yep, winner, chicken dinner.
Art is.
That's
Alrighty.
Were you telling them which gold it was? I'm sorry, I'm obsessed with this, conversation regarding
This is
organization.
heavy body, iridescent bright gold.
And they have about 5 different golds.
Yeah, they do. I really like this one a lot. Now, we could do gold in the heavy body, in the butter. But the problem is we would be here forever because it would have to dry. And
yeah.
Kind of like our rose that we've got over there.
Yeah. That is exactly right, Darcy. There will be none of that.
None of what?
Swedish death cleaning. I don't exactly know what that means, but it sounds like
it sounds horrible.
Something you're into. It had the word cleaning.
Yeah, and there's minimalist in there somewhere too, and I'm not a big fan of anything
minimalist. No.
Minimalist.
I love the idea of it. It is not something that we have ever practiced.
There we go. Gold star.
I love that. That's fabulous.
Now we have to think of the proper sentiment that we're going to have here. And the unraveling of the flag. It's very symbolic. Mm-hmm. And I really love how these little things stuck together, kind of, sort of.
Yeah.
Because
and then Lizette had a fabulous recommendation in the comment section. We love to get those, so y'all just, do your thing down in the comments if you're watching on replay. That to dip the strings and then lay them onto the gel plate. So I think we should try that at some point in time. I don't know if that's going to happen today, but I did want to recognize that was mentioned and also a fabulous idea.
Oh, yes, I think
it'll be fun, but we need to dedicate a whole thing to that because it's a lot of cleanup.
I have to get my strings lined up.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know that each string has to be glued down.
Kathy, I messaged you.
I think if they're kind of a bit movie.
The strings do just be,
Yeah.
Stringing about.
Yeah, okay.
Sandy's a maximalist. We are also maximalists, not necessarily by choice, but just by that's our lived experience. Is that gold that P just used, Jenny, was the golden iridescent bright and heavy body? Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
And we would love it if you would use either our Blick or I think both Blick and Jackson's carry those products. If you want to use affiliate links, those are very much appreciated. Okay. Oh, here. It helps hold the stuff down and it's, yeah.
Well, I needed to stick down my flag.
Yeah, I was kind of wondering about that approach, but I didn't want to feel judgy about that either. Maybe.
There we go. I'm going to give this a little glue right here just to keep it from, I don't know. There we go.
Well, Robin, these, well, some of these strings, I guess, are kind of long enough. But yeah, we're going to have to we'll play with the string thing at some point in time a little bit more. Oh, okay. Wonderful, Mimi.
So now.
Hi and bye.
I need a saying here. I need something.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Well, and it has to do with unraveling.
Oh. Well. Well, I don't know that I have anything right now, so you're either going to have to write it.
Okay.
Or, hold on. Hold, please. Maybe. So I got a sticker nation thing, and some people keep talking about this thing. And we could rip things apart. So, size-wise, and it has kind of the type and stuff that you like.
Yeah, I like the typewriter.
Yeah, we need a little smaller.
And this is going to be glued down onto this for a more solid.
Persevere and triumph.
I know, but I need raveling.
Okay. Let's see what we got.
I'm looking up here. Let's see.
Sorry, my nose is itchy.
And Cynthia said her daughter would throw out 90% of her craft stuff. Yeah. Well, actually, yeah, I know. Remember, this is the flag stamp that I did with the woodies.
These are so big.
Oh, she's come undone. I like that very much.
Okay.
So we're just gonna have to wait on that because I want it in that tight.
She's so. See, I made a mistake and let her know that I have this font, and she flipping loves it. Now she wants everything in it.
Betsy would be horrified. Ice unravels America. Well, I want it to be more. I mean, I do believe that, but I want that to be just a generic unraveling because there's so many things. It isn't just
right.
It isn't just one thing.
Right.
Okay. Does P ever use the interference paint by Golden?
Yeah.
I do. But as much as I love Golden, I think you can do just as well with your more inexpensive.
Yeah, iridescent and interference and color shifty business. Yeah. Okay, so I will.
Did you write it down? She's come undone.
See, she wants me to write it down.
She's come undone.
Because we will forget, I swear.
Alrighty. Chunk those over there. Spread this out so that Izzy can. She loves pulling them off of here.
She does.
She's really fanatic about it. She whenever she comes over to beg for paper or whatever, she sits down here on the floor and pulls them all off that, will pull off. Okay, how's our drawing going on our?
Well, I was kind of waving. It's hard to tell with this one because it is.
It's really it's
shiny, so
it's patent leather.
It's still wet.
It's still wet. Okay. No worries. We'll move on to something else here.
All right, you got 45 minutes. So we know that we're going to put a thing on that. You want to just hand that to me?
I'm just going to hand it
with
to you.
Our others.
All right.
Yeah, and this one goes on a big thing. Ooh, does it fit the big thing? Well, I got an idea about that. Okay.
I don't really, I don't know.
Yeah, I can fix that, and maybe that's something we do tomorrow, so I can, if you keep your postcards to a 4x6 or 5x7, then it contains that same aspect ratio. So if you are submitting them to me, and again, if you have questions regarding that, please email me or check out the pinned featured post over there in Makers. That will give you all the information along with my email address. You can reach out to me if you have any specific questions. But yes, keep your postcards, because that's kind of one of the requirements here, is that it is a postcard, and please keep it to the 4x6, 5x7 layout, because then when I'm creating volume 2 or whatever we're at with the postcard volumes, it fits nicely, and I don't have to do a bunch of stretchy weird things to it.
Stretchy weird things. Because
that's kind of, I'm adamant about it's going to be, because I have the layout for all of that. So yeah, it's, oh, that sounds fun. Glenda, hello, hi and bye. Thumbsy upsies before you go. And any of y'all that have come in, do say hello in the chat. Let us know that you're here or you're stopping by. however you want to do that. But do give those thumbsy upsies and share the stream if you're feeling extra friendly.
Oh, I have one more of these jobbers I could cut out.
You have a lot of those, yes.
I could reverse it here and have the blue coming out at the top. That might be kind of cool.
Hello, Fran.
Is that Fran?
It's Fran on the edge.
Oh, Fran, we have...
She's got some stuff coming out in August.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Is it coming out like how? What?
Like how we do.
Oh, you mean from PM Artist Studio?
Yeah, from Fran. Mm-hmm.
Ah.
Yeah. She's been doing things.
Well, I'm happy to hear that. You were kind of... We did miss you. We miss you when you're not
We
here.
sometimes talk about you.
And we do talk about you. And I'm always telling them about some color that I bought just because you showed it and I thought I couldn't live without it.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just about out of my, what was that violet that I got because you were using it? And I was like, oh my gosh, that is the coolest color. I'm just about out of it. Anyhow, I don't know whether I want to cut this out or not. I just really like that fluffy, torn edge there.
Yeah. Did such a nice job with that.
Did such a nice job with that.
Mm-hmm. The legend, yes. Oh, and hey, Pinka.
Have some, I'm short on sentiments is the problem.
I know. The problem, here's also the problem with that is like, so I'll do one, but it's kind of crazy because it's like we really need to wait till the end, make a full list so that way I can fill up a page. Like that's rather than having a bunch of the same ones, because that gets a bit repetitive.
Yeah.
But sometimes I do that just so that way she has options, whether, kind of size and also whether it's, like 100% black or if we're doing kind of grayscale or whatever.
I don't know. I haven't done anything with this because I love it so much. It was one of those.
Right.
I don't know what I was thinking.
It's got all the things and there was a lot of work put into that thing to get it to where it is.
And I just noticed there's a little edge of something I tore up. But I love this.
Yeah.
So much. And I've got a couple of panels that are really cool that have a little stuck down bit that from my other.
Do you want another postcard back to just so you know what you should be?
Oh, that would be, yeah. Is this a size?
I'll give you another big one. Are you listening? Are y'all listening? You can design your postcard at whatever size. Ideally, it would be 4x6. If you would like to use 5x7, that's totally fine, especially if you were submitting it to me digitally, because I can then alter it in aspect ratio wise. It will then fit the 4x6. If you can make it a little wonky crazy, then I have to make some decisions. You may or may not love the decisions that I make. That's all I'm saying.
Don't we all know that to be true?
I know that's right. Yeah.
Okay, well, that little thing right there is really kind of messing me up. It's this. Kind of a crappy flower, but it's a really great. I mean, I love this.
You meant
and I love the
stamp,
edges
the stamp job, not the stamp.
The stamp job is crap.
That was the person operating the stamp.
Operating error there.
And paint.
And paint. Yeah.
Many factors.
I think what happened was the red had dried up by the time I got both of them down there. And that is one of the things that does happen. Does happen. And I could come in and stamp that in white.
Oh, there you go.
And that might be kind of cool.
100%.
Oh, heck yeah, I can do that.
Look at us talking through things and
but
figuring it out.
I don't know where that stamp is.
I do, my dear. I have it. Ooh.
Oh, well,
look at that.
All right. Let's get some white down on the... And I do still have this. The problem is it's just the wrong blue.
It is. It's that greenish blue. It's
greenish blue.
Heading towards like that Prussian end of things. And
Boo-hoo. Oh, here, look. I just found some more stuff.
We got the red, white, and blue covered.
Absolutely. And I mean, I've got some more here.
Now, I do have, remember, so if you want like a Born in the USA situation. I love those, just kind of the way they are. Like, I think
I know.
Like, and if you wanted to add something, I think that would be up to the person. Now that I've done this layout thing,
and people can take these and use them as they wish.
They put the sentiment on it that they want.
Well, I think both of these is that even though this is kind of smushy.
Yeah.
Smushy purple, which I could not believe that purple would came off there. Freaking would not have imagined that. And this, of course, we have our laurel branch here.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just going to give you those and just let you use those for backgrounds.
I agree.
Because I think that is a splendiferous idea there. All right, let's get us some white plate paint on a gel plate.
Yeah,
see if we can semi-line that.
What's crazy, but these were put on a little more thinly. This one,
Just no, I'm not ready for it anyway. I'm gonna do my white here.
Okay, you got 40 minutes.
I can do it. Heck, fire, yeah.
Oh, and Ninian agreed. Sometimes less is more. 100%. Love that.
I'm going to put down plenty of paint here because even if it does squish over a little bit, I don't care about that. I want to get good coverage here. I would like for it not to smear, but
that's funny, Carla. All right, here she goes. Are you just doing the... Okay. Makes sense.
Now that looks pretty good, but I'm going to give that top part just another little...
Okay.
Oomphy woomphy.
Oomphy woomphy.
And you have to remember this is opposite of what?
Oh!
You know what I'm saying? I would have had to put it onto a plate.
Yeah,
but I don't think it's going to
No, look at you! Like a pro. It would be even more awesome if you put it in screen.
If I did what?
You're not in... I mean, we're seeing the bottom of the flower.
Oh.
There you go. That's the spot.
There we go.
Look at that, y'all.
Hot diggity. Pull that baby out. I knew that I could. Now, before we get rid of this, we'll just go ahead and add this here. And if I have anything else I want to add that on to.
Yeah, you got some other, like, just blank, or, like, you know, solid pieces.
Yeah. I do.
Oh my God, yes, I remember that too, Becky. Oh, very nice. You're redeeming yourself.
I am. And now we've got this, which is kind of interesting, and we'll let that dry and put something else on top of that. And I will hand this to Mariah.
Hello, Suzanne. Well, thank you.
Let her wipe that up. Por favor.
Yeah, you don't want to let the paint dry up on your stamps. Now, it's not to say that, you know, if you accidentally do, you can soak them in the Murphy's oil and you might, you know, they might be redeemable. But best to just get after it right away and then you don't have to deal with all that business.
Okay, so we got that going there.
If you want to know about cleaning your stencils and stamps, and particularly your stamps, because there'll be a link here coming up in chat, and then it even includes a video from Eddie on how to do the silky business. See, there you go. Look at that. Mo's on it. This is pretty cool too. This little thing you got there.
Yeah. I really, yeah. And here we have shooting stars down here. See that?
Maybe what I should do with volume 2 is just say, from P, all the red, white, and blue. And that way it's just a set of like red, white, and blue backgrounds. That because that seems like we've got quite a few.
We've got quite a few.
Mm-hmm.
Messed up that edge. That's all right. We'll just.
Oh, Eddie was he was motivated by the organization chat, so he was in the background sorting stuff. You go, boy. Get her done.
Yeah, absolutely.
I feel like if the moment is calling, you should act upon it.
Act upon it. Okay, I'm just gonna leave this one like it is.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really know what else to do there. I could do some writing, but I don't know that I want to do that right now.
Well,
all right. So what have I got here? I've got my Dropkick Murphy's thing with the black flower.
Yes, and you have your one thing over on the plate. I don't know if you want to put a pull color on it from the transfer of that.
Oh, yes. Thank you, Mariah.
You're welcome.
Sure, that's...
Yeah, I would assume that that's dry by now.
Dry by now. Yeah, okay. So what color do we want to pull this with?
Hi, Yuta. I think a dark blue, or you could do the red and the blue together, or okay, so this is just the Dropkick Murphy's thing, or you could just do the green. Like you could kind of take a
page from
Eddie and do the green, and you've got the new green. You could try that out, and that would be kind of the right color of green. I mean, that would be the one I would go with for it, because you want it to be a little darker, because otherwise it's just gonna get, you know, you need a little contrast there. I don't know how much is going to contrast there anyway. Yeah.
This one. Okie dokie.
And what's kind of cool with this is if I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see how this turns out. I'm not going to say what I was kind of thinking because it may confuse people. And so best to
okay, so this is Green Earth 4758 by Lucas Krill Studio. There it is.
There it is.
There it is.
Ooh, okay. So Bobby says, oh, by the way, Patricia and Mariah, when you answered my question on how the gel prints didn't stick together, I totally understand what you're saying because I've been using the golden recently. Yeah, paint does matter as far as that is concerned. Different paints are going to dry at different rates, or just some stay sticky, some do weird things. You know, if you've mixed stuff with them, we do that all the time, and then they are questionable. Are they ever going to dry? That's on us.
Yeah.
It's a good day, Carla. Paint matters.
Oh, we're not going to get anything off of that.
No. It ate it up. I don't know that anything was going to be the answer.
I don't really know either. It was just so faint that.
Yeah.
But, okay. Well, we've got a nice green background here. I can stamp a flag on it or something.
Ooh.
Well, you can tell there's something there. I mean, because you're seeing this, the line of,
I don't know,
the script.
Liz. Yeah. That's a little bit.
I know, but I feel bad about it too.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do though. I'm not sure that it was strong enough for really anything to come through on it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I like this green thing because it's also the whole green peace movement.
Yeah.
You know, saving the environment from
Earth care, people care, fair share.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what Angela over at the permaculture channel.
And I have
I like her.
I have a little.
Your stuff is fuzzy.
Well, I dropped it on the floor, so it's probably cat hair.
We'll go with that.
Well, it wasn't curly.
Oh,
right.
Eddie used green watercolors on his Dropkick Murphy background. And for those that have come in a little later, we do have the volume 1 of the submitted postcards. Ours are included, the one that P did, and then my kind of front and back and front, you know, ones that I did with the This Land Is Your Land, along with the color combo. But that is included in the set, along with the ones that Ann Laura created, and many of these other folks. I have attributed those, and hopefully I didn't mess anything up. Y'all, you know, if I did, let me know. It is a possibility, but I tried to, like, make sure that I said this is who did this one, is what I'm trying to say to y'all.
This is just so weird when I do the brayer and I don't have paint on the brayer. It grabs a hold of that.
Yeah. But yes, and there is a link. Mo has put that Cookie Wookie, that is Mo, has put the link to the Patriotic Protest Postcards Volume 1 free downloadable printable set for y'all to enjoy. Stay tuned, there'll be more. Hello, Angela.
There we go.
Well done.
All right. Hand this over to you, Mariah. You might need a new wet wipe here.
And Liz, just email me. Ooh, tossing things over at me, and then, you know, I have the things drying over here, lady.
You have what? Things dry? Oh, yeah, sorry.
Jerry's now organizing as well. We're really trending with the organization. Ooh. Now this little star is a set of I think 3, right? Comes in a set of 3.
Yeah, there's one that has a circle around it.
Yeah, and then there's a full, like a filled in one, right? I think that's how that set goes. Oh, Carla, that's a fabulous. She says, anybody old enough to remember the ecology flag? She got an A in art.
I have one of those too.
She got an A in art class for drawing it being eaten by a caterpillar.
Love it.
Do you still have that drawing?
I do.
No, I'm talking to Carla.
Oh.
But yeah, she still has her.
I still have mine.
A pen? Is that what you said?
It's a charm. It's on a necklace thing.
Was that from when you were in Girl Scouts or something?
No, it was when I was a I don't know, back in the
day,
late 60s, early 70s.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Might do some stuff with that. Okay, I'm tossing.
Oh, try our stars. Is that what I named it? Look at me. I'm so clever.
I lost my star down in the,
yeah, you did.
The thing there. Don't know what to tell you about that.
Just go looking for the stars.
Okay, so we got a good one here. I mean, I think this is kind of interesting. You know, for that.
Okay, Jessie. And she says, the green is a color you will see in Independence Hall and Carpenter's Hall in Philadelphia.
Well, there you go.
I have not been to Philadelphia. I would like to go.
I have not either. Came close, but I can't remember what. We went to see the Amish community in Pennsylvania, but we didn't make it to. At least not. I didn't. I think Carmichael and all of those people did.
Yeah. The other folks.
Okay, so I'm just going to pass this over to Mariah. This can be another wonderful background if you don't choose to use it.
Lexi would like people to know that she is not organizing. She does not intend to. And who's with her?
Amen, sister. I think it makes you ugly. Every time I look at myself after I've been cleaning, I have little tight lines around my mouth and my frowny lines.
And another wrinkle shows
on my
up.
forehead. So yeah, I think cleaning makes you ugly, and I'm sticking with that. All right, let's see what else we have to pull here. Oh, look.
Remember, not all P views are supported by PM Artist Studio.
Look at that fantastic mucky muck I've got going on here. And here's the mitochondrial cigars.
Oh, bread loaves.
AKA
bread loaves.
Bread loaves.
I'll tell you, this white paint's a little tricky because it's like, okay, well, is that just kind of foaming up because it's, you know, from the white?
If you just take a piece of paper and then, you know, like stamp it. There, look at that.
Oh, again, it's white, so a little
That's
hard
a good
to tell. But oh, that's cool. Do you want this back?
Sure. Keep working on that now. Oh, what color this paint is.
All right, you got 20 minutes.
Oh, it's marvelous. Look at that.
Are you going to pull that up with tape or what?
No, I'm going to pull. I got some froggy green stuff down here at the bottom. It's not too impressive, but the rest of this stuff is really mighty fine. I don't know what I'm going to do on that, but that's not going to be something we're going to do today.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what else we have here. Oh, yeah.
Aw. Well, at least that's a good memory, Carla.
I use almost exclusively the paints that I got from Art Fairy Godmother Sonia yesterday. And here is that pink that I pointed out to you. Now, this is kind of a cleanup because there were a lot of things on here, obviously. And it's quite nice.
Gosh,
I like it.
Sherry's hardcore.
Okay. Whew. Is it getting hot in here?
Yeah, it's warming up.
Anything we could do about that, or
maybe
we're just gonna live with it?
I'm gonna let you gripe about it a little longer.
I don't
know.
Oh,
this is the foamy stuff.
What?
The foamy. Like you kind of, it's frothy looking.
Oh, yeah, this is the one that I did my strings on. See, here was a leftover string. Yeah, that's what happened there with that one. But it's kind of nice because we've got some, red, white, and blue here. I can do a little bit of ombre in here. And I think this will be a very interesting, maybe background for something. Okay. All right.
I don't know what these things are that are hanging out here, but it keeps making me very nervous.
Okay, this is Windsor Blue. I think it's very close to the color that's out there. I'm not sure that that's what I used, but in hue. Okay, so we're going to put blue where the red is. And red where
the blue.
The blue. Okay.
Do 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 do. That was just a little ditty for y'all.
We are going to let that dry. Oh, look at that. Isn't that blue with that orange? It just glows.
It does. Woo, that's some good stuff right there. Well done. I was a little worried that some of it was just going to get kind of eaten up.
Yeah, that's going to be great. I'll pull it with white.
Oh, Margie, it's a constant yes question. She's trying to figure out another storage solution for her gel prints. Because where she has them is now overflowing. The struggle's real.
It is.
You got to put them in books. Make them into books.
It really seriously is just okay. Now, that red that I just used, I'm not going to use that this time.
Fran loved that one.
She loves that red.
And well, no, the print, and then Rhonda says really cool P, pretty P.
I'm going to use quinacridone rose deep for my red on this one.
Okay.
Along with that same blue, because I think that we're going to get some more interesting. Okay, so we're going to put, do we want to put red here or?
Oh no, Lexi she recently upgraded to an under the bed tote for the gel prints, and she just filled it up again within 2 months.
Here's the thing I do. I periodically go through them and relegate, especially if I'm really pressed for time and Mariah needs packets.
Yeah.
What I will do is
y'all have really helped with our management in placing orders.
Yeah, because those are the ones that I use, and sometimes they just needed another layer.
Yeah.
Okay, So now out here in the middle where we have that white, I'm hoping that's going to overlap and be quite nice. I don't know. We don't know. But see, that's a more rosy, less orangey.
Yeah, that other one was. Woo! I mean, it's not like slap you upside the face, but I think it's lovely.
I think, especially when we're talking about like a background here, because actually what you could do at this stage is because we know we can print the words onto the tissue, right? So if you have the words on the tissue, and then you use this for the background, put your tissued words down, then I think, when you do this and you do get a wrinkle, if you go in and you really rub on the wrinkle.
Hello, Kathy. Welcome.
It makes it less wrinkly. It will be a finer wrinkle rather than a great big old fat wrinkle.
Seems like a personal question, Eddie.
Yeah,
I don't know if Fran wants to answer that or not.
Are you a fat wrinkle person or a...
That also seems like a personal question.
It is a personal preference. Yeah. Okay, what am I running over down here? My paper. I don't know why I can't manage to pull one of those off of there. Fighting with the AC here.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, okay, don't really have much on that.
All right, well, you got, 13 minutes.
13 minutes to do something?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's,
Yeah, you really do. And, there's a beauty regimen for that sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Robin says she is her name is Robin, and she is a paperholic.
And she's a what?
Paperholic. Yeah.
Hi, Rhonda.
Welcome. It's Robin.
Robin.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Robin, welcome to the other. Yeah.
We're a lot of different kinds of.
You are
savers of things.
You are among friends, and you shall remain anonymous should you wish to do so.
Yeah. Although you haven't done a very good job.
Yeah.
At this moment in time, as far as keeping yourself unknown. Just saying.
But you're safe here.
You are.
Now that is just. I think that's really cool looking too. But you can hear this is cool because look, here's that first red.
That's fabulous with that blue.
Yeah.
It goes really orangey next to the blue.
It goes really orangey next to the blue. And you can see it really, when you look at it, doesn't necessarily look like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what have we got here? What are we doing here?
I don't know. Spinning plates and, hula hooping.
The reason I really like these very pointy flowers is because they're kind of starry. You understand starry?
Did you take a picture of it? I appreciate you not. Yeah. I mean, a picture of it would be lovely, Please don't send any weird growth things if that's what you're saying.
What? What are you talking?
Gray is, she says, M, I bought a jar of peaches that I sadly didn't care for. I left it in the fridge for a while, then decided to pitch it. Got as far as the counter and she forgot about it. Found it with the most beautiful white and gray blanket on it. I thought of your lint project, but decided not to mail it to you. You're welcome. But I love that, y'all are thinking about me in these moments
yes.
of, should I keep that?
Is it safe?
Is it safe?
I
don't think they let you mail things like that. They shouldn't.
I think they'll let you mail anything that you want to mail.
That's true.
Why am I having trouble lining up my thing here? One is on. I guess this is off. Okay, we'll just go with that. Alrighty, let's do some. Let's do some more.
All right.
Let's use this red. This is a Alizarin Matter Lake.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that was the paint.
Really, it was.
Mm-hmm.
We had 2 of those in this.
Yes, just in this stream.
Yeah, very short period of time.
Yeah.
Bring it back in the Windsor.
Bring it back. Bring it back. Oh, Joanne says that the red represents valor and bravery, white signifies purity and innocence, and the blue symbolizes justice, vigilance, and perseverance.
Wonderful.
I'll have to put that in the paper pack. I really do think I'll do a volume 2, everything red, white, and blue, because it rhymes. Just, the matter of that. And then the other ones will be like volume 3. Sorry, my eyelashes were hitting on my glasses and that was making me crazy. Yes, what would Mariah do? Bye, Paula. See you tomorrow. Oh, bye, Miriam. Hope you feel better. And if y'all are curious about Friend's cupboard and her empty drawer, she has posted a picture of that over there in Makers. Oh, wow. This is very pretty. Oh, if you want to know which stencil this is Spiky Flower by Sophia. Mo has put the link to that in the chat.
Hurry.
Mm-hmm.
Or we'll have a stencil situation.
A situation. Here. Mm-hmm.
And a very real one.
Yeah, that was really, really pretty. You got 6 minutes to do whatever it is that you're doing and finalize this.
Well, I want to show the other postcards.
Oh, yes, we do need to go through them. And then, these little booger-boos are still drying. They're almost there, but there's just some little spots that...
On the floors? Yeah,
yes.
We'll have to check this out.
It's gorgeous. Well done.
That has to dry, folks. So's that one. It's not dry. So stick it back down. Okay, hand me the cards. Por favor.
Okay.
what else was it that we were going to?
Well, you were supposed to get to the Dropstick Murphy's card as far as putting it together, but maybe I do that tomorrow? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
She doesn't know about them. She doesn't know how she feels about them.
Oh.
All right, I put the other ones on the bottom. That's the one from today, but then the other ones are kind of from the other day.
Okay, so you're going to glue this down to the
yes
thing. Okay, so this is going to be a background that'll be in there.
Mm-hmm.
This will be a background, a little messy.
Yeah, keep those cards in there with that stuff because it'll help me.
Here's eco green peas.
Mm-hmm.
And then where have all the flowers gone?
Now hold that up into the technology because this was one of the ones that I printed onto the Usagami paper with the laser print. And so what I did is I taped it to a regular sheet and then put it in the laser printer and then it printed onto the Usagami paper. Mm-hmm.
Am I where I need to be here?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, I'm still not, I don't know that this is wonderful.
Well, I think also something to keep in mind, because this was even something that I noticed as I was doing the layout of everything. That like once I got it into the frame and laid out and clipped all the way around, kind of makes all the difference. It's like says that, hey, this is done.
Okay. And be ever vigilant.
I love that one.
Weird and wonky. And perhaps the blue was a little bit much, but
again, see, like what I could do is I could come around and then like even draw a blue border all the way around, and then that would really tie it all together.
Okay. I think that would be great. Here's another be ever vigilant. Oh, have all the flowers gone?
Yes, and maybe even some colored pencil work on the flowers. Yeah, but I think what will help me is once I get them cut out, cleaned up, and onto a thicker background, then we can do some other final, detail work. I love that one. That was a group effort.
Here's the one that you saw the rip-offs on
Mm-hmm.
But remember, this was just a...
See, and really what I want to do with that one, because see, this bothers me. This is the floating objects sometimes don't make for great, bobby weed. I want more of the white to come off of the page, like it's more of like a little banner thing versus this floating object.
Right. All the way around.
Well, no, off to the side there, just bring in another piece.
Oh, here.
No, okay, on your title piece, yes. There needs to be white that goes all the way to the edge there. That's my personal.
Here and here?
On the one end. Where the straight line is. That bothers me.
This.
Here, let me show it to you. Here, hand it to me. This right here all needs to go white off to the edge.
No, it doesn't.
Yes.
That's not, don't you do that. I want it right in the middle. I want it to identify.
She likes it floating.
I want it floating right there with my... I just
want her to know that is not...
flipping flowers.
That is not appropriate.
Well, you just leave it like that and you can do whatever you want to yours, but it's going to really...
Maybe what... Okay, so here's the thing. When I make it digital, I can do that. I love that.
Hold on to your voice.
Uh-huh. Kind of 80s.
And then see here, everything came together as it should.
Yes. Flowers, good.
Flowers, good. And I mean, come on now. It's not an easy thing to do. When the more elements that you have involved in your process, the higher degree of failure.
Oh, good question, Yuta. Okay, so, and we're about to kind of close up here, but that is a great ending point. What we personally, here at PM Art Studio, we do not send out our original artwork. Because we always feel sad about when we do. So this is one of the reasons that the whole project kind of came around to making these digital ones available, because then we can print it out, put it on a, thicker cardstock or, already, ready postcard. And we have those blanks too, if you want to download that. That's over on PM Art Studio's website. there are postcard options to make it into a postcard. And then that way you can send as many as you want, and then it is available to all of y'all as well. También. But yes, we do plan on sending some out once this is all kind of completed, and then we're into that phase of things for sure.
Alrighty.
So that's where we're at with it right now. And then we will be back tomorrow with the Mariah Makes part of things. And, just doing more postcards, more collage, more... I think I will be messing with the one printed out on the clear plastic stuff. But we'll just see what we get into. It'll be lots of fun. And above and beyond all of that, we are keeping it patriotic and awesome and arty.
And arty.
Till then.
Love ya.
Like a
long haul.
Bye, guys.
Okay, now